Hi everybody, I'm Natalie with Missouri Star Quilt Company, and I'm here today with Michael Nardi from Bryn Mawr Quilts. Michael.
Hey, how are you? Hello everyone.
So glad to have you with us today.
Yeah.
I love your quilt. So this one is called
Modern Bumpkin. It's so beautiful and it comes together so quickly. You're going to be amazed, and we're going to teach you some really great tricks today on how to speed up your process.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It looks like it has a lot of half square triangles.
It does have a lot of half square triangles, but the technique we're going to teach you is going to just make it so much easier for you, and it's a total game changer for you.
Perfect. All right, let's get started. So Michael, what did you use to make this quilt?
Today we used 2 packages of 10-inch squares, and we used Sewing Bird by Edyta Sitar of Laundry Basket Quilts for Andover. For our background and our sashing 1, we used 4 3/4 yards. For our accent and sashing 2, we used 2 1/4 yards. For our outer border, which is a 5-inch border, we used 2 1/4 yards. And for our backing, which is 8 3/4, we used this beautiful fabric from the line.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is very beautiful, and it uses 8 3/4 yards.
With a vertical seam?
With the vertical seam,
Because you piece all your backings,
I do piece all my backings. I don't traditionally use a 108. I like pulling from the line, so that's what I do.
Coordinates really nicely.
Very much so.
Oh, so the machine quilting on this is beautiful. It's called Loop the Loop.
It's gorgeous.
And I love how that turned out. It's very soft and subtle.
Yeah.
So this is a great quilt. Now, it seems really large.
It is. It's very large. It's 97 by 97.
That's
But what's great about this quilt is that the magic is in the sashing. There's 2 different sashings in this.
Right.
And the layout plays such a huge impact on what the quilt looks like. So have fun with it. I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, so some other tools, because we have so many half square triangles, you will need a squaring tool, and you can use whatever one you're comfortable with. We used Clearly Perfect Trimmer B.
Which is my favorite.
Yeah, it's so convenient.
Yes.
And then just your typical rotary cutter and ruler for all your other cuts. We'll be good to go.
For sure.
All right.
You ready to get started?
I am.
Perfect. So this is our block.
It's so cute.
It's so awesome. It's called Modern Bumpkin. I originally, when I saw this, it was different. It was called Bumpkin. It's an antique block. And what I did is how I altered it is the center was a solid piece, and these were not here, this diamond. It was just this outer part. And I said to myself, what happens if I add a 16th hitch and I add a diamond? How can I improve this? So that's why I named it Modern Bumpkin.
It's very cool.
Yeah. So let's get started. We're actually gonna start with the center and work our way out. That's how I typically work.
All right.
It makes more sense for my brain. So we're gonna start with our 16 patch.
Okay.
So what you'd like to do is you wanna go to your layer cake and you wanna pick out 4 of the fabrics, and you wanna pull out some contrasting colors. Okay. So let's do like 2 lights.
Yep, that's cute. Like those scissors.
That, yeah. And then we could use a dark from the line.
Awesome.
Perfect. And then we'll use like one of the medium prints. Let's go with this one.
Excellent.
Perfect. If I can get it out. There we go. Perfect. So then what we're going to do is we're going to stack these up all together. And we're going to cut this down into 2-inch strips. Okay. I like to do 4 at a time. It'll help you save, some process. Make sure that they're all lined up.
Convenient, and then you have everything all together, right?
Yep, ready to go. So then I'm left-handed, so I'm going to work from this side.
Okay.
And make sure that they're 10 inches. Give you a little space for that. We're going to clean it up to make sure that
off your
my little points.
Okay.
So then I'm going to come in, and then we're going to cut these at 2-inch strips. And if you cut it correctly, you should get 5 strips out of 1 layer cake square.
Awesome.
3.
It's a good use of fabric.
It is. It really is. And there's very little waste.
Yeah.
And there we go.
And you just got a little tiny bit of
just clean that
little
up.
edge. All right.
Perfect. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to sew these together. But the magic of this is we want to line them up light, dark, light, medium, or however you want. They just should be contrasting.
Yes,
correct.
A good contrast.
Correct.
All right.
And we already have one done.
Yep, we skipped that step because it's super simple.
Yeah. And this is what you come up with.
Now we've got this ready to go. And then what's next?
So then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we are going to cut these down again into 2-inch strips.
2-inch sets or
Yes,
strip sets?
Strip
segments?
sets, yeah, 2-inch strip sets, correct.
Very cool.
So make sure that it's even. It is. We'll just clean it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about cleaning up my edges. Sometimes when you sew, it can get distorted. You just want to make sure that you're working with a straight piece.
Okay.
So then we're going to come over and then we're going to cut this down to 2 inches. And we're going to do this
And
to
so
the
then
entire
you get
strip.
another 5.
Yes, you get another 5, correct.
Awesome.
Like that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go.
Cool.
And that's our pieces. So then what we want to
So
do now is...
you do like 3 sets of these, right?
I do.
3 sets of 4,
Yes.
so you have 12 blocks to make all your centers.
Correct. And then
Excellent.
you'll work on it because you ultimately need 25 for the centers because there's 25 blocks.
Right, but
So-
you want to mix them all up too,
Yes,
so they're
correct,
very
because you want it to be
scrappy.
super scrappy, yes.
Okay.
That's the key, because then you get more movement.
Right, so we have a
So-
few of these already done
We
that are from
do.
different sets.
We do. And we sewed 2 together, and then what you want to do is lay them right sides together, and then if you pressed all of these the same way, when you turn them over, they'll be nesting in opposites.
Oh, perfect.
So then everything will fit together.
Excellent.
So that's what we're going to do
So
now.
then we'll put, say this one, and then this
That
one here,
Yep, and then we're going to put them right sides together.
or this one maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so I will stitch these
Yep,
and then
quarter
stitch
of an
that
inch
together.
all
Okay,
the way down. Yeah.
cool.
So this was a super easy project for you all. There's a lot of steps, but it works. I promise you. It's
Yeah.
one of those quilts that you're really going to enjoy.
It looks harder than it is.
Correct.
And by the time you're done, you're going to be an expert at half square triangles.
Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And what's great is that I set this up in the pattern for you. You're going to be operating in machine sewing. So you're going to be working in assembly line.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, I can press it. I like to
You
finger
go
press
ahead
at
and
this
press.
point because it keeps everything straight before I press it. And it does help. I do recommend that you use a starch or a spray, you know, just to keep
because
it.
you got tiny pieces.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it just keeps everything straight. So I'm using Best Press. You could use whatever you have available to you. And then pressing to one side. Perfect.
All
then
right,
you're
and
gonna
then
put
we'll
these
join
two
these
together.
two together and
Yes.
have our 16 patch all done.
Correct.
I love
And you'll need
it.
25 of them for the quilt.
We don't talk about the big numbers.
Okay.
And with any luck, it's all gonna be straight.
All right.
There we go.
Perfect. And this is the center of your block.
Okay.
And now we're
So
just
we'll
going to
press that.
Yep.
And I'll move this out of the way so we can lay that down and get ready for the next step.
Perfect. And that's the center.
Cool. It looks so good. All
It
right.
does.
So now we have,
We're going to do our, what I call them is our barbell block. So this
so
is
they
our
look
barbell.
like a barbell because
Yes.
it looks kind of like weights, right?
Exactly. That's why I
That's
call
cute.
it a barbell.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take your accent fabric, and 2 of your background. They are 1-inch strips. Don't freak out. I promise you, it's easy. My absolute tip for you is that you should starch this because it's so small. It'll keep everything straight.
Okay.
Starching is very key at this point because these are such small pieces, but they look so good. I love small pieces, and I think you're going to love it too when you see the end result. So what we're going to
Do you have a way that you like to starch?
Do I do, actually, I do. I like to, when my fabric is whole, before I cut it down, I like to spray it, and then I like to iron everything and let it hang for a little bit to cool off, because then it activates that starch, and then it just makes your pieces nice and whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
For sure.
All right.
Did you want to
So we're
sew
gonna
these?
do. Yep. a background and then an accent and a background in
Correct.
sets of 3.
Yep.
Perfect. Alrighty. So I'm just sewing these 2 little 1-inch strips together, and then I'll add the 3rd strip.
One tip that I could give you when you're sewing long strips that are really small is make sure that you don't stretch your fabric. You want them to stay taut. That's a key when you're sewing with the small strip set, at least in my opinion.
Right. I gotta realign.
Yep.
They're long.
They are long. But when you do strip
But you're getting
sets,
a bunch done at once, yeah?
Exactly. That's what's great about assembly line sewing too, is that you can knock things out fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like you're making, you know, the same piece over and over again. You're just getting it all done at once.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stitch the next strip on, and we'll meet you back in just a sec. All right, so we've got all 3 of our strips sewn together.
We do.
Just like that.
Perfect.
It's such a tiny little strip. It looks so pretty.
But
it's very
so,
satisfying.
Yes, it is, because it's dainty.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right, so you're gonna press it. Do you have any tips on that? Do you press them both?
Well, I press it
or...
all in one direction.
Okay.
So if you press them out, press them out. If you're going to press towards the center, press towards the center. It just be consistent.
Okay.
Because then it will work in your favor later.
Right.
So I pressed mine all towards the outside, you know, all to one direction. Mm-hmm. All right. Here we go. And as you can see, I am using my fingers as I go along because it is such a small piece, because you want them to lay flat.
Nice.
And then you can control whether or not it's distorted or not.
Yeah.
That's just my tip with pressing. Anything to make my life easier when it comes to this part.
Yes. Oh yeah. The way people do things, there are little techniques and hacks, all the things that we learn along the way. Those are the little hints that are so helpful.
For sure. And you do what works for you and what works for your brain when you are doing a project.
Yeah.
There is no hard and fast rule and no quilt police.
Thankfully.
Thankfully. Okay, now we're at the end. All right, there we go.
Cool.
And that's our strip. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to cut this down to 6.5-inch strips.
Okay.
What I like to do is since it's so long, I like to fold them together, and I like to cut
you're
2
brave.
at a time.
You're very brave.
I am, but you know what though? It speeds up my process because cutting's not always fun, right? So that's what we want to do. So
now, have you ever used the little ruler to do this?
I do. So this is my favorite ruler that you guys make. I call it Little Nugget. It's my
cute.
absolute favorite one.
Okay.
And it gives you more of a, room. It's small, so you can really get in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that
just trimming
here.
off your selvage edges so you have a nice straight edge.
Just like that.
Now let me show you something.
Yeah.
So if you cut it, like this.
Oh yeah, you can because it's already measured.
So I'm left, you're right hand. Sorry.
I'm left-handed.
Yes.
You're right-handed.
So you're going to want to line that up with your
6.5,
6.5, and then you are using your ruler to make your cuts.
For sure. That's awesome. And then we get 2 at a time.
That's awesome.
All right, let's just cut our whole strip. How about that?
Yeah, it's only 2 more cuts. You're good.
Yep.
Whoop.
There we go.
Move that out of your way.
Yep. We're gonna come back here, do the same thing. 6.5.
These are so perfect and little.
And then that's all the waste you have.
Very cool. All right, so then these are going to go on the sides, and
Correct.
then you've got your barbell. Now we need some 2.5-inch squares, yeah? Or not
2
2.5,
inches.
2 inches.
Yes, 2 inches. So then what
Okay.
happens is you take this and you put it on that side, and then you'll put your 2-inch squares on either side.
All right.
Let me cut one. I need one extra.
Okay. And then I can go ahead and stitch that on for you.
Yeah.
All right. So let me sew those on, and then we will have our barbells
Perfect.
done.
And I do, at this point, after you're done sewing your barbells, it's very important to note, orientation for pressing matters in this quilt because you want everything to nest, especially when you're dealing with smaller pieces. So my recommendation is with your barbell unit, you want to press to the outside. And then with the center of this, with your 16 block, you want to press towards the inside. So then when you go to put them together, they'll nest properly and you'll get a much flatter press.
Very precise.
Yes.
Okay.
I like that precise pressing, especially with small pieces because you don't want them to distort, you know?
No, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna flip it and do the other side real quick. Okay. All right.
Perfect. And now I'm gonna finger press first to get them in place. I'm just running my nail across that seam.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Cool.
And then we put it here. And so now what we're gonna do is I will sew these together, 1/4 of an inch on either side.
Okay.
Press them towards the inside, and then we add this.
All right.
Okay.
Very cool.
All right. So this is the center of your block. Isn't it awesome?
It looks so great.
It's so cute, and I love the way that it frames the 16 patch with these tiny little strips. So, all right.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna move on to our monstrous half square triangles.
Okay, and so we have more than one block though in this outer layer, right?
Correct. So what we have is we have our half square triangle diamond unit, which is your corners here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
And then you have a 1/4 star unit for the corners, which you need 3 for each corner.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so we just have to make a bunch of half square triangles.
We do.
And you have a cool trick to teach me?
I do. So I don't know if you all know this, but out of a 10-inch square, you can get 32 half square triangles at a time.
They're tiny.
They are tiny,
but
but
it's
worth
quick.
it. It's quick and you can power through this.
Okay.
So let's get started.
All right, so show me this trick.
All right, so what you're gonna do is you wanna take a 10-inch square from the line or from your 10-inch squares, and then you're going to take your background fabric and you're gonna put them right sides together.
Okay.
Just like that.
Cool.
All right, so then what you're gonna do to get this started is we're gonna draw a line from the center. So we're gonna measure over 5 inches, which is half of 10 inches.
Okay, all right.
And then we're gonna draw a line.
Cool.
Straight down. And then we're gonna do it horizontally. Same thing, 5 inches. And then we're gonna do diagonally in both directions.
Cool. So far, it's really similar to like the Make 8.
Make 8.
Or even Make 16.
Perfect.
Kind of, but not really.
And then what we're going to do is you have your quadrants here.
You're right.
And you're going to draw a line diagonally in one direction in each one of the quadrants.
Okay, so it's like an X and a diamond.
An X and a diamond, correct.
Excellent.
So we'll do like that. Turn. And I'm drawing the diamond all the way around.
Okay.
You're basically, if you look at it, it looks like a pinwheel that has been put on point.
Okay. Yeah. Or like 4 hourglass blocks.
Correct. And then there we go.
Okay, cool.
Right.
So now
now
we're going to stitch.
We are on both sides of each line.
The diagonal
lines only, correct.
Right.
And that's how you get 32 at a time. I promise you it works, it's great, and it'll speed up your process.
Okay, so I'm going to stitch all of these lines.
Yes, all of the diagonal.
And then we'll look at that before we cut.
Correct.
All right, cool.
And if you need to at this point pin to keep everything in place, please do. I'm not a big pinner.
We want to keep a nice, a consistent seam against your lines because you don't have a ton of space, right?
Correct.
This is very, very close.
Yes, it's very close. It's accurate.
Okay.
And there's very tiny little waste because then we're going to square these up.
Awesome. So I'm going to just continue going around here.
Oh, that's also important to note. I like Natalie is doing right now, I love to work from the center out because then you run the risk of puckering if you work from the outside in. So I recommend that you do it from the inside out.
All right, so I've got all the stitching done.
Yes.
So I stitched on both sides of each diagonal line.
Correct.
All right, so now you get to show us how to cut?
Yes,
and
exactly.
And you say 32, huh?
You'll get 32.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of how I would do it, but do what works for you.
Okay.
I like to cut this into quadrants, and then I work in 4 quadrants at a time. So I'm just cutting down the lines in half and across. And then I'll put these aside for now.
Okay.
And then what I like to do is I like to center this on, in a little grid on my mat. And then I like to cut
in
half and then across like that. And then I like to cut my diagonal lines.
Right. Oops, sorry.
Sorry, that's my fault. Problems with the lefty.
No, that's very cool.
2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 4 is 32.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
All right, so now we need to square up a couple of them.
Yes, we do. I'll let you do that.
I can do that. So we're using trimmer B.
Yep, clearly perfect slotted trimmer B.
I love that.
And you want to trim them down to 2 inches.
That's right.
Because they'll ultimately be 1.5 finished.
There's very little.
Very
little waste.
Don't we love a quilt that's very little waste?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Makes our life easier, and then we don't end up with more of a stash.
Much more budget friendly too.
Yes, it is.
You don't have to buy a bunch extra. All right.
Perfect.
So we need 4 for our diamond blocks, and then 2 for each little quadrant of the.
Correct. And it's 3, 6, 9, 12. We need 12 times 2 is 24. You'll need 24 half square triangles for the corner baskets.
Okay. Excellent.
All right. Pressing these.
Okay.
Righty. All right, so we're just pressing these, and we're pressing it towards the darker fabric.
Perfect.
And this is the unit that we're going to be making. It's our diamond. You're going to need 4 different prints from the line that you're using. So make it scrappy, yes, correct. And I already have some right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to lay them out like this. And you want to make sure that it's color to color and your background fabric is to the outside.
Okay.
Just like this net. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put them right sides together like that.
Okay.
And then we're going to sew them.
Excellent. I will do that.
Perfect.
Always get nervous when the pieces are so little. Try to go nice and slow.
Yeah. And if you have speed control on your machine, you can always slow it down.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. If you want to operate that way.
I remember one of my little nieces telling my mom that she's not a rabbit sewer, she's a turtle sewer. Because it had like little graphics on the machine.
Yeah, the old machines, that was great.
It was so cute.
I like to tell my students all the time, you might be a turtle, it's okay. Some of us are rabbits, but we could all coexist in the sewing world.
That's right. That's so cute.
All right.
So now.
Yep. You'll want to press one to one side and one to the opposite side.
I'll give those to you then.
So they'll nest. So go like that. And then we're going to press it to the opposite direction. And then we're going to put them together like that. Put them right sides together. and then you're going to sew 1/4 of an inch all the way down.
Perfect. Almost done here. There you go.
All right, perfect. And now I'm just going to press it to one side. And you're going to need 4 of these units per block.
Okay.
So, and we already have a few ready to go.
Yeah.
And so they are
go
going
right
to
in
go
the
right in
middle.
the middle of each of the blocks. So just like that.
Cool.
Perfect.
Coming together.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So now we need to make our star legs for our baskets.
Right.
So this unit right here, I call it a basket because it kind of looks like the flowers just popping out of it. So that's what
Cute.
we're going to work on now.
All right.
So-
So and that looks like these here.
Yep.
We have some of them made, but we're going to show how to make these. It's a 4-patch.
Yeah, it's a 4-patch and it's a 1/4 star.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we already have a bunch of our half square triangles
We do.
made. So we need to select 2 that match, right?
Yep, 2 that match.
And then this 2-inch square.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our matching 10-inch square, and then
Right.
we're going to cut this down into 2-inch squares.
Okay.
The entire one, because you're going to be using this, you need 25 of these pieces for the entire quilt. So we're just going to measure over 2 inches.
Sorry.
Perfect.
I used it last.
And then just going to go all the way down this way.
Okay.
And I think that's okay for now.
Yeah, we only need
Yeah,
one.
We only need one for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, put it back down, and then we're going to take a 2-inch.
I've seen a lot of people with their stripology rulers. I think that would actually be great for this.
Oh yeah, perfect, because then they can cut it all at once.
The 1-inch strips too would be pretty easy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely. And so each strip will give you 5.
Okay.
So you'll get 25 of these 2-inch squares out of one whole layer cake square.
Excellent, excellent.
So-
And then you probably want to just like make some little sets of things that match for your corners.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then everything else that's scrappy can make up your little diamond
Oh,
blocks,
for
right?
sure, for sure. And make it
Cool.
however you want. You know, it'll
Yeah.
be beautiful. Everybody loves scrappy. So, you know, have fun with it. Play it out however you need to.
Yeah, I might make one that's not scrappy. I think that might be really cool to see too.
Oh, yeah, to make it all, you know,
I love
one.
it. Okay, so you need background squares
We
that
do.
are 2 inches
and we
as
already
well.
have those.
Cool.
Here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your colored
Right,
square
right.
and then your background, and then you're going to take your matching half square triangle and you're going to build out the star legs.
Cute.
Just like this.
All right.
All
Then we
right.
stitch that little 4-patch together.
Right like that, right sides together.
Awesome.
And then we're going to sew 1/4 of an inch.
Okay. These would be great for chain piecing too. You could
Oh,
literally
yeah.
just like stack up a whole bunch.
Whole bunch and just keep it going. Anything to speed up your process and time.
Yes, I love that. I love those little tricks. But I'm also one of those people that like I kind of get tired of doing the same thing repetitively,
to
and
break
so
the
I want to
monotony.
like do
Yeah.
10, and then I'm going to
For
go
sure.
press them all, and then I'll come back and do 10 more.
Yeah.
You know, so that I don't get too burnt out on one part.
And I'm one though, I like to, the way that I work and the way that my brain works is I love to do one block at a time. It's always
Okay.
kind of been my go-to.
That is very satisfying.
It is, because then you can kind of see how it goes. And then,
Yeah.
sometimes too, I like to make a whole row and sew that row together and then move on.
And then build the quilt from
Yeah.
there. So I like to make all my blocks.
Okay.
And then I work on my layout.
Oh,
Because I don't
okay.
necessarily know that I want those 2 blocks together.
That makes sense.
Or if I get to the end and I end up with like 3 that are strongly blue, I would want to mix them in
Mix
with,
it up, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally. So then you can see how it plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of go into when I design, I have it in mind and I don't like to deviate because then it just tricks my brain. So usually when I'm in my design process and I'm actually designing a quilt, if that's the
You
layout
kinda
that I
already
came up
know
with, yeah.
what you want.
Exactly. And I love working
That's
from
great.
computer to actual real life application, because to see the fabric come to life in your quilt that you used in your program for designing, because I use EQ8,
That's
it's
fun.
just so nice to see it come to life with all the vibrancy of the fabric.
All right,
So-
here you go.
All right. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to press to one side
Okay.
and There we go. Perfect.
All
and
right,
these
so
are our
let me
units.
move these now.
Yep. And
We
so
have our middle.
We do.
And we have our diamonds.
We do. So now what we're going to do at this point is we're going to lay them out. So we're going to take these that we did, and we want to kind of scrap them up. So there's a lot of value in this. So I'm going to do a light and a dark.
Okay.
And then a medium.
All right.
And then we're just going to work our way around. If you would like to take some and put them in.
I can do
like
that.
Darks
Like
and this.
Lights and mediums.
Yeah.
This is really
and just
pretty.
like that. It is, and it's a
such
fun
a subtle
quilt.
pattern.
It really is, and I love the way that when you make the little stars with that barbell unit, it does make it look like it's floating in a basket.
Okay.
So just super pretty.
That's neat. So how would you go about putting this together from this point?
So what I like to do is I work from the sides out, and then I do my top and bottom. So then once you sew your middle rows together, you're gonna sew it onto the block, and then you're gonna sew your top rows together, and then you're gonna sew that onto the block, and then it's going to
our finished
block. Just
it
like
looks
that.
so great.
It is. It's beautiful. It's nice. I love the way it's structured.
Yeah.
It's a really fun quilt to make, and it has high impact.
I love that.
It
so
just
then
does.
one of the other things, it's really interesting to look at this quilt because it doesn't look like it's made out of one block, but it really is. And the part that tricks the eye is these different colored sashing. So you have sashing 1, which is the same as the background.
Yes.
And then you have sashing 2, which is the same as our accent fabric that's in our little barbell blocks.
Yeah, and that's why I say the magic is in the sashing, because you can play with the layout of where you want to put these.
Where you would put different colors, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's how it plays out.
It would be super interesting, I think, to just do like X's and not have them connect.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or you could do, oh man, you could do all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
You can have
You
different
can just
patterns
make the center.
and
You can go one big square all the way around.
Okay,
You could do
that
it
would
that
be
way.
cool too.
Yeah, you could just do 4 corners in the center.
All of these different ideas would be so fun to see.
And what's fun about that is the way that I structured it and the way that I built the pattern is that you don't need any more fabric
You can
to
play
change the layout.
Yeah.
You just have to, it's all the same cut. It's just a matter of where you're putting it.
Right.
And that's what's awesome about it.
Well, that is really cool. So there's no inner border. That's part of the sashing.
Yep, that's all part of the sashing.
And then your outer border is 5 inches.
It's 5 inches.
So cool.
Yeah. And it's just really pretty. I love it. It was so much fun to make.
Now you've brought yours from home.
I did.
Which is so cool. So this is the quilt that's on the cover.
Yep.
Of your pattern.
And I did mine in
It's different
Christmas
fabric.
fabric.
It's holiday. I love it. It's so pretty.
It's called Joyful from P&J Textiles.
Nice.
B&J.
Oh, B&J.
B&J Textiles.
Interesting.
And it's gorgeous.
That is so pretty. I love the different background, the different accent colors.
And as you noticed, I did a little bit of a different layout on mine.
Yes, yeah. And we have it going a different direction too.
Yep.
That's so cool.
So that's it.
Excellent.
That's the quilt.
So this is really beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
I love it. I love it so much.
Well, Michael, I'm so glad that you joined us today. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
I love being here. It's my favorite place on earth.
So where can people find you if they want to check you out on socials or find your other patterns?
So I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram for at Bryn Mawr Quilts. And I also have my website. It's through Etsy. It's brynmawrquilts.etsy.com.
Excellent.
And you can see me there. All of my patterns are on there. And you could also get me at your store. I have my patterns
and you're a big player on MSQC All Stars. I see you on there all the time. So that's
so much fun. It's one of my like I said, my favorite place on earth. You guys are amazing. You do great work. You're one of the best companies to work for.
Well, thank you.
I owe my career to you guys.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's been fun. We're happy to have you here. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on Modern Bumpkin from Michael Nardi of Bryn Mawr Quilts and Missouri Star Quilt Company. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're trying super hard to get to 1 million subscribers, so if you enjoyed it and you want to see more, just hit subscribe and share with your friends and encourage them to do the same, and I will see you next Friday with a brand new tutorial.